Aussie gem hunter Steve here. How we doing? Check out this. It's a beautiful sunrise in the morning. Obviously sunrise is in the morning, you idiot. So yeah, we're just going to get some water. Look at the dirty window down, and I'll flick you around. You can have a look. Check out that. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, winter out the gem fields, crazy sunsets and sunrises, but freezing cold. It's 1 degree, I think, or something like that. Hands are blue. But yeah, we need to get some water, and that's what we're going to do. All right, this is our view from the water station. Pretty amazing, huh? Outback Queensland, you are stunning. Those pinks in the clouds, blues, sun trying to get a go on. Beautiful. Okay, so we've been deciding what to do today, where to dig. I have some wash around this side that we could get at, and then I've got some wash over here that we can get at too. I thought I'm just going to give you a look at it. I think that's what I'm going to do. I've got the processing plant working upstairs, and instead of digging overburden today, we might do it tomorrow instead. And I'd get a pretty good day today, like a full day of overburden would give me, a big bench to work for the next day. And then, I could play around with this on Wednesday, but I think I'm going to do it today. It's a bit of a hard dig, and I'll have to shift everything, but it'll give me a place to dump some material. And if I drill a little hole, I'll explain things. You're looking at one side of the wall here that we cleared out today, the other couple of days, episodes. So, it goes from down to right up, and I really want to get at that material, so we're going to get that pretty shortly. And then there was a heap of stone just found here, as you know, in that little gutter. So, I want to push forward that way. Now, the thing with that direction is we come this way. That direction is, I've already made a tunnel. Now to get down, it's a bit of a slide slip effort. And if I just drill a little hole in here and push through to there, I'm thinking about in this corner here, I'll know where we're at. And this is the other side of what I just showed you. So you can see how the granite hits and then just jumps up, and then there's a corner here, and I think what's this corner here is the back end. So you can see how that's the decomposing granite, that's the floor. That section there is the floor, so you can see it's different colour than everything else. And I'm not seeing too many heavies or billies, but I think it's just hit a wall and then jumped all the way up. So if we just drill out the wash from here, it's another half a foot or a foot to get to the other side. So yeah, if we do that and clear that section out this morning, I'll have a better understanding of where we're at. And the other thing is, there's bits of ironstone in the wash. You can see a little bit of ironstone there and ironstone there, and that's a heavy indicator. When the water slows down and stops, the heavy material drops out because we're digging old riverbed, and that riverbed is 60 million years old. That's another guy's old diggings in there. They're all belly crawling stuff, and he was always on stone. He never did anything. There's another little hole there, and I've backfilled this one. He never did anything where he wasn't on stone, so yeah, that's what we're looking at. That's around the corner. And if we just punch a little hole there, we'll know. But I feel like there's more stone here. There's no guarantees. And you can see where that granite jumps up here and there. And I believe if I punch a hole, I'll be punching a hole here, and I can always span that out and dump that material that way. So yeah, once we take this section here, we'll know what we're doing through there, but I might just go through here first, and you can see how it undulates down and back up again. I still need to go there. I've still got wash to get at there, and that's basically sapphire bearing wash there, and that looks good as well, so, but I'm having more success on this rise up. So yeah, and it comes in a bit. We've gone on a bit of an angle, as you can see. So, we've come on a little angle like that, and then we've in on a little angle like that. So we're going to try to marry those two up, and that way I can backfill all of that other side. So that's what I'm going to do today. Don't think we'll get sapphire, but who knows. It's just all a gamble down here, but I mean, we were getting sapphire there yesterday, got heaps of sapphire, so last episode, so, like 300 something carats and a massive 80 carat star, or 78 carat star, I should say, in that particular, wash. So, we only did 20 something loads, and that's a great result, so we're going to punch on the other side and see if it didn't carry over, but I really want to get in that other corner. We just got to do it. Let's dig. Right, look at the mood lighting. We've had a bit of a breakthrough, so I thought I'd let you guys in on what's happening. There we go. I was completely off. That's where I was digging on the other side, and I'll show you that in a second, but basically that's where I've broken through, and this is where I thought I was going to break through. So we're a couple of metres off, but no worries. We're going to dome that out. We're going to take this corner here, dome that out pretty low, and that'll be our dumping area. I'll be able to run the wheelbarrow through. Now let's show you. So I took that little corner, and that's where the hole is. And you can see that's our diggings. So there you go. There's a heap of material here. We'll just dome that out and we'll make it nice and skinny. So to explain, we're only going to take a one person's width. So from here up, one person's width, and then keep that roof at kind of that level so we can get in and out, and then this will be a backfill area. We'll just come in and then fill that up to there to here, so that same level, and then we've got all of this area here to dump stuff right back to, you know, there's somebody's diggings here. I don't need to go that way because I'm making another hole, obviously, you know, and there's old diggings all through there, so we'll just backfill all of this. I don't think I'm going to leave myself a little gap through here. I think we just arch it out. We need to stay nice and safe, and if we go, because we've got a lot of space back in there, and if we arch this out too much or span it out too much, I just don't like the way it's going to hold. Well, you know, knowing that's all solid through there, it might be okay. But there's guys, old diggings is here somewhere. He goes in here, and then round the corner, you can't really see it. He goes in and around the corner. It's a better view of it there. Anyway, he goes in and around the corner, and he comes out about here somewhere, you know, around here. So if I take that corner, I'm good. We backfill it, we backfill that hole as well, you know, backfill this one, and we should be nice and safe to continue on that path. But what this will do is provide some circulation and some air. You know, I'll punch through there, dome it out. I'll just take that much now and just take the wash only, and then what'll happen is I'll come back in and I'll dome that out and just push it this way so I don't have to send it upstairs or anything like that. There, I got to get at it. Got to start digging. The sweat is just healing me from me today because I've got no air other than this little extraction fan here, and it's just not pushing enough air. So once we get all set up, I'm not even going to get set up today. This will be like the morning's work. Then I'll be around the other side for the afternoon, and then we're punching on the other side next dig. So let's get at it. Okay, dramas again. I can't get away from wash plant problems. Yeah, it was working perfectly. I was coming up and down, you know, every third or fourth bucket, and everything was perfect. You know, I was still riding right, and then I left it probably about 3 buckets and come up to finish it, and I was like, what's going on? And I'll show you what's going on. That conveyor belt is all the way over this side, and we normally would loosen it with the hole like that. So you'd loosen the side and we'd shift the belt over, but it's all covering. So now I'm going to have to get to the corner here, pull that back, shift this bracket, pull that back, undo those, shift the bracket that way and a bracket that way, and then pull it back, and then, like, you can see how it's all creased, the conveyor. So I'm probably up for a new conveyor belt. See how it goes. You know, I don't know what they're worth, but I'll need to get a new one anyway. I just feel like this conveyor belt's not tracking properly, and you know, the rollers have been upgraded and everything's been done. So anyway, let's get at it. It's afternoon. Let's see what we got. It's not quite sure. I saw some indicators, but nothing really great. But we did fix the wash plant up, fingers crossed. It's been a bit of a mission, and I just didn't film any of it because I probably would have thrown the spanners and spat my dummy and all those sorts of things. So but let's see what I've done. All right. So I stuck a roller there and a roller there just to keep the belt from moving from side to side. You can see it just in the front there. It seems to be tracking okay now, but it seemed to be tracking okay before, and that's how it's sitting on. We're just going to have to jam it with a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, we're just going to have to... Hey! My bum hole went like that anyway. So we're just going to have to see how we go and jam it with a whole bunch of stuff, not tomorrow but the next day, and then fingers crossed it works all right. But let's have a look and see what we got Sapphire wise, and that might turn my my day around just to see. Oh, those irons look all right.
see whether it makes it easier for me or not. Yeah, so these big irons like that are pretty good indicator. I thought I saw something there, got all excited, but that's no sapphire. I'll go get the torch. Hang on, I've forgotten all sorts of things. Okay, cups there, we're going all right. Some big irons in there. 20, after 20 wheelbarrows you'd expect it though, you know. I expect a bit more, so I'll loosen it. Holy, hang on. Look about. Look at that big thing. Oh. It doesn't look like it's got a colour in it. We'll have a look inside. Hang on. Yeah, we'll have a look. It's a big, big bomb, but it almost takes up the whole cup. Oh. Normally just get a big one and nothing else. That little spot though, they were digging. I didn't really dig it for sapphires. I dug it so I could get, oh, it's in the corner there. Spinel. I dug it to get just like a dumping area, you know. So, and it was wash anyway. So, oh, nothing else, nothing other than that massive big one is poking out at me. But like I said, all the smaller ones have been migrating. So it was, you know, 20 carats or so it'll be in there, 10 or 20 carats. And I've still got to fix this section up. This is where they should be. That's a piece of spinel. Another chip of spinel. Oh, it's a little sapphire. Me grunting and groaning. That's a star sapphire. It's a little keeper. It looks like spinel. Just a rosy rock. Oh, I'm going to turn that. Have a light on so I can see properly. Oh, what's that? Sapphire, nothing good, but it's sapphire. Alright. Yeah, first initial pass. I'll give it a good look, later on. I'll get into here. There's some of those big irons like that. Oh, there. So we got. It might have. Yeah, I better fix this pulsator up, because you can see here. You can see 100 little sapphires just there. They really shouldn't leave the first bin. inside we are. Now I'm going to use this because not that there's much not much sapphire there. We're going to use it just in case. I can't get everything on because they're this big bruiser. Let's weigh this up. Yeah, let's weigh this big stone up. Look at the size of it. You know, geez, that's a big stone. Stick him in there. Oh, 166. Yeah, baby. Let's go. You know, that's good. That's a good result. You know, like they're not worth anything, bombs like that. It's about $2 a carat, I suppose, for somebody who wants one. But we got to check it out anyway. So there's 198 for the day. We didn't do too well other than that big one. But let me tell you, just digging there to get a dump area, and we got some stones. So that's bloody unreal. You know, let's check out the big one, see if it does have any colour in it. Oh, big strong torch. Get you guys nice and close. Oh, colour. Look at that. Yeah, interesting. It might be good for skin polish, but you can see those lines going through it. They're just fractures. You can see that one right there. There's a fracture. Maybe the top piece. Give me a look at it. Okay, I have to get the pinpointer out. But it looks like there might be a piece. The problem with this is you'll slice it and then you might find a million micro cracks. Normally with a shattered piece like that. So you can see it. So you can see there's a line there and a line there. It doesn't look like it goes in that far. Yeah, we're going to give that a slice, I'd say. I'm going to check it out further off camera. But there could be a good section in that, actually. You know? But anyway, that's 166 carats worth of kind of colour. Gee, I tell you what, if that was clear today, because it's a beautiful colour, look at that. It's a beautiful colour. Gee, if that was the colour today, we would have been super, super excited. All right, that's the big bomb. You know, you can see the trapeze shape in the bottom of it. Let's have a look and see what we actually got for the day. I did pick this one out. Look at it. It's only, I haven't weighed it actually. Look, too excited. Look at that corner of a pharaoh's eye. So that'll turn into a beautiful party. You know, it could be cut that way. Oop, come on, fingers. It could be cut that way. It could be cut that way. Or it could be cut that way. Anyway, it's possible. We want the biggest stone possible though, and that would be to try and cut it this way down. And then, you know, trying to compass all that. Get all that size. So let's see what she weighs. Oh, that little, it rolled straight off. Back to my old tricks. Oh, 4.3. Geez, if we get a carat and a half out of it, that'd be unreal. And was it this one green? Yeah, look at that. Green is so bright. You can't put a light through it. But, you know, we've got thickness problems with this and a few little cracks in it. But anyway, it's a little bit of colour. It's 3.4. Probably get a half a carat out of it. I mean, by the time you grind it back, yeah, I don't know. Orientation-wise, you'd have to orientate it that way. It'd be, yeah, it's hard to say. But then we've got a couple of stars. You know, that star there. So, yeah, it wasn't a complete waste today. Today was all right. And there's this one. That's a piece of star material. And you can see the triangle there. It's a beautiful little star. Yeah, sometimes they work out all right, and I just put it with all the junk. All right. Plenty to go on today. So 166 carats. What a beauty.
we'll just knock the top off it and see how it goes with that the other two. Look, 4.3 carats in that beautiful colour. Pretty excited about that. So, today was a win, a big win. Wash plant drama? What wash plant drama? Anyway, we'll see you shortly when those things are cut.
Yeah, look at that little stone pop. You can see how beautiful it is. That this has got no heat too, by the way. That's that yellow running right through the stone, and it gives that blue just a massive big lift. So yeah, you'll see teal, you'll see blue, you'll see, just that beautiful yellow colour, the golden yellow that was in it, and that rich blue. Obviously no heat. This stone's a little stunner. Amazing stone. Yeah, 1.1 carats, I think, 1.05 maybe. It made a carat at least anyway, so super excited. Yeah, look at the... I did try to have a look at the... it's not going to... There you go. That golden yellow's right in the bottom of it, which gives that performance of that stone. Just an amazing colour. That's Australia at its best. Blue beaches, golden sands. Yeah. Cannot be replicated in a machine. Well, you got to dig it out first, but you can't be replicated in a machine. That's just an amazing natural stone. A carat of goodness. Yeah. Yeah, I actually really like this stone. It's really a beautiful stone in any sort of light. I'm trying to get into a different light to show you. It's amazing in every different corner and every different light. Beautiful stone. Look at that division between the yellow and the blue, just making that blue go crazy. Yeah, 60 carat, 166. I did get the top cut off because I thought there was some good material in there, but it's just all fractured. So it's probably better off as a skin or polish, or I could have just given it to somebody. Would have been even better. But unfortunately that didn't happen. I just went straight for the gold, and that produced nothing. So, but we'll see you in the next one. The next one's pretty good too. I keep on having crackers at the moment. So yeah, stay tuned.